Hi, I'm Corey Gilmore, and this is Adaptive Technology Today. And today we're going to talk about something very different and very cool. Today we're going to discuss digital media and media in general. You know, when I was growing up, we thought we were so awesome because we had cassette tapes and we had VHS tapes. And we thought it was awesome because we could have our favorite episodes on VHS and we could watch them over and over again. And then as you watch them over and over again, guess what happens? The video quality starts to go way down and the tracking goes fluky on the VCR, so you get little lines that appear as you're watching. And then one day on the VCR you lose your power, so you've got that little 12 that is just constantly blink, blink, blink. So then we had a brilliant idea, and it was spurned by the CD. Or spawned by the CD. We decided that since the compact disc works for music, we can start putting our movies on digital versatile disc, DVD. And this is still a thing. You still have DVD. But you know what the biggest pain about DVD is? Can you switch the disc? Oh, wait, the cover's not over there. Oh, I think it's on the shelf somewhere. Oh, no, not season 5, season 2. Oh, no, it doesn't go there. It goes in the back. And, okay, there it is. Thank you. And God forbid, you as a person with a disability should finish a disc in the middle of the night, because you're not getting up out of bed to fix it. So you then have to call the person you work with and hope that they will. You have to say, "Please, sir, may I have another disc, sir?" And it's just a real pain in the butt. And then we have a problem because we got these high definition TVs. Now, I'm all for picture clarity and all that, but I'm gonna be honest with you and tell you something you will never hear. At a certain point, no matter how many pixels your television is, your eyes can't see the difference between the picture. So you can have the most expensive television and have 20 million pixels per inch, but guess what? Your eyes only see what they see, okay? So at some point we're just being silly. So while we're being silly about televisions, the movie people said, hey, they have high definition television now. What are we gonna do? Our discs don't look as good. I know. We'll come out with Blu-ray. And you know what the difference between Blu-ray and DVD is? I will tell you what the difference is. CDs have a red laser, and I want you to know I'm not making this up. CDs use a red laser, and Blu-rays literally use a blue laser, or a Blu-ray, if you will. Now, don't you feel smart? Like, this Blu-ray does allow for more information to be packed on the disc. But what are we doing with it? We're not putting whole seasons on one disc like we should be. No, we want better picture. So, what are they doing? They're making people rebuy everything they already bought on DVD, on Blu-ray. Yay, aren't we stupid? Hmm. It's good to be human. Um, it's just dumb. So, and as a person with a disability, you've got the same problem. Oh, gee, can you hook up my Blu-ray player? No, no, not the DVD player. I'm sorry. This doesn't play Blu-rays. You hook up my Blu-ray player? Oh, and give me the remote. Oh, I dropped it. So what do? Right? The real answer is you pick an ecosystem, whether that's Apple, Amazon, or Microsoft, or Google, and you start downloading you start going to their stores and you start downloading your stuff. Why? Because then you can tap on whatever you want to watch. Like we talked about in the last episode, uh, during net neutrality, we talked about how it's easier for us to use the iPad to control the Apple TV than it is to get somebody else to say, well, what movie would you like to watch? Well, I'd like to start with this movie, but I'd also like the ability to, I don't know, change my mind like every other American. just a thought, you know? Um, so, the, when you choose an ecosystem like Apple, in my house I have an Apple TV, so we do Apple. Um, so when you choose an ecosystem, you get a list of things that you purchased, and you can use your TV, you can use your pad or your phone and watch a movie or a TV show. I happen to own the first two seasons of Star Trek, and I can just tap on whatever I want. Only one problem. The movie studios and the TV studios hate this idea. Because if you're downloading stuff from the iTunes store or the Google Play store or the Amazon store, guess what you're not buying? Those little plastic discs that they love so much. So guess what they do? Guess what they do? They decide, well, that's okay, but you can only get the special features and commentary on the little plastic disc. Not fair. You know what they claim? The movie studios and the TV studios claim they're worried about piracy. So I'm going to say something about piracy. Quit it. If you give people a legitimate way to get their stuff at a reasonable price, they will do it. Right now, the issue is sometimes we can't get the extra features we want. So my message to all the studios is make the digital copy exactly the same as the DVD or Blu-ray or whatever, and you're going to find out you'll make more money. And while I'm at it, you know I love the cable companies. They're my favorite people. Note sarcasm. Just for those of you that don't know me, I'm being sarcastic. See the little disclaimer down at the bottom of the screen? Okay. Here's why I don't like the cable companies. We have cable. We pay for cable every month. This I don't mind. They provided entertainment. They should get paid. I understand. This really does make sense to me that someone provides a service, they should get paid. Like my staff comes in They help me get up every morning. They help me, prepare food. They do all kinds of other things. They should get paid. That's the service. That's how it works. So we have cable. They should get paid. My problem is, I'm not a big sports guy because obviously I'm running around. Look at me. Okay, just so you can see, electric wheelchair. Okay, you can't really see me playing football in the NFL, can you? Okay, so I'm not a big sports guy, to be honest. And yet, on my cable system, I still don't have the right to say, you know what? I don't want to have all this sports stuff on here. Can we get, I don't know, can we get BBC America on here instead? Or can we get, more classic TV on here? It's something we would use, right? And the other issue is, we live in a world right now where we have 500 channels. Now, the last time I checked, yes, we have multiple devices. Yes, we have tablets and phones and screens and computers. But how many eyes do we have? Let's see. 1, 2. Okay. We still each only have 2 eyes. Okay. That means maybe if we use picture-in-picture, we can watch one thing and glance at another at the same time. But you're still not going to watch 500 channels at the same time. So what I would like to see from the cable companies is, hi, and for me to be able to call them up and say, hi, I'm on a fixed income. I can pay for 10 channels. Okay. I know I have to have the local channels, like the NBC, the CBS, the ABC, Fox, whatever. So I know I have to have the local channels, and the other channels I want are, the following channels. And I will gladly pay you whatever rate you feel is okay for this to happen. But in this way, cable bills would be much more manageable, which is important for people like us on fixed incomes. And, we'd also get to watch what we wanted, which is all we want to watch, what we want to watch, when we want to watch it. We don't want to watch what some arbitrary company decides we want to watch at the time we want to watch it. It's just not the world we live in now. And it doesn't promote accessibility for people with disabilities. Because, right, I'll give you an example. I will tell you right now, on our cable box, we have 180 channels. Okay? To figure out what's on, we have to go through the guide. And because our TV is not Wi-Fi enabled, we don't have an app to control the cable box to go through the guide on our own. Okay? So that means we have to sit there with staff and say, oh, what's on? And I'll say, wildlife on National Geographic. We'll go, no, next. Oh, Dr. Phil's on Oprah. Maybe we'll come back. I Love Lucy's on Ion or whatever it is, and they have to go through the whole guide like that. So that doesn't promote independence for us, and it drives the staff nuts. Now, this is our only side benefit. We enjoy that. That it drives the staff nuts. But after a while, they just stop doing it and say we would just pick something, and you can kind of understand why, right? It's because there's no way for us to really navigate that on our own. So we do a lot of Apple TV, and if as part of my Apple TV, I could say I will pay for HBO each month, just not on cable, just HBO, and say Cinemax, just those two channels for instance. And by the way, I have no idea what's on either of those channels that I would want to watch, but I'm giving an example. Say I wanted to include those two subscriptions in my Apple TV. You can't do that now. There's no way to do that because the cable company says, no, in order to get that channel, you have to have this package. So we need digital media that has special features, okay? Because we can control the Apple TV. And if you don't like Apple, that's okay. There's an Amazon Fire TV, and it probably works just like the Apple TV. And there's going to be Android TV, and that looks interesting. And I'll be reviewing it when it comes out. So I'm not advertising for one company or the other. I'm saying that the way we consume television now is different. This is why when Netflix started, it was $10 a month, and they would mail you a DVD. Okay, and that was great, and I loved it. But here's the thing. Okay, now they've gone down to $8 a month because the truth is nobody wants to deal with putting DVDs back in the mail. We want to look through the list and pick what we want to pick. And because Netflix is available on all these devices, we physically have ways to control that without irritating our staff to death. I mean, which is sad that we have to find other ways to irritate the staff, but we will manage, okay? And actually, I'm kidding. We enjoy the independence, right? Because now, when I go home, my girlfriend can say, "I want to watch movies. Can you hand me the iPad so I can, pick something on the Apple TV?" Yeah, I can do that. She can do that. It's all touch-based. She doesn't have to go through anything. The Apple TV tells her tells her verbally what's on it, so she doesn't have to read descriptions or anything. It's wonderful. And that's how we do a lot of our viewing that way. Now, she loves cable TV. She records, lots of things, The Bachelor, and and I record lots of things. And we watch shows we have shows that we like individually. I'm a Whovian, so I watch Doctor Who. She has no idea what Doctor Who's about. She puts up with it. She likes Dr. Phil, so we watch Dr. Phil together. But we have certain shows that we love to watch as a couple, and so we do use the cable box, but we are still on a fixed income and still paying well over $80 a month to have channels we don't even use. So we like channels, we like to mix and match. And that's how TV is going to survive. TV is not going to survive if they keep telling us what we have to watch when we have to watch it. Okay, that's not gonna work anymore. Because Netflix is $8 a month. Hulu is $8 a month. Amazon Prime is $100 a year, and you get everything, get all the videos you want. So these are just things to think about. And we need to begin thinking about accessibility in media. You know, the fact that, yes, I still have DVDs because I still have, I still want to see extra features. But to be honest, the DVD is not as accessible as just clicking a button and having it show up on the screen. And Apple is working on this, and they've announced new iTunes Extras for digital movies and things, and so now we don't have to download them, now we can stream them. It's really good. But, you know, it's a slow process because the movie studios don't want to let that go. So, again, you know, if you want things to change, write to people. Say, I'm not pirating. I bought this TV show or this movie and I'd like to see the extras. You know, just things to think about. But with that, I'd like to thank the Twit team for their inspiration and say good night, Leo Laporte, wherever you are.